Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're breaking down 7 of the worst new motorcycles that buyers end up regretting. Number 7, Harley-Davidson Nightster. The Nightster by Harley-Davidson claims to inject classic Harley spirit into a fresh, streamlined design, but it stumbles at nearly every step. With a starting price a little above $13,000, it might appear like a solid choice, until you take a closer look at what's missing. That 975 cubic centimeters Revolution Max engine looks good in the specs, but on the road, the ride is duller than a soggy sandwich. It misses the mark on the signature growl, the grunt, and the raw soul Harley fans expect. Rather than delivering an authentic cruiser vibe, it feels more like a two-wheeled identity crisis. The build feels more plastic than metal, shocking for a brand that built its legacy on heavy steel construction. Suspension? So stiff it'll make your teeth knot. Ergonomics feel like they couldn't decide between cruiser ease and cafe racer edge, ending up somewhere awkwardly in the middle. Add in dealer fees, taxes, and a few basic upgrades to make it halfway livable, and you're suddenly looking at a $16,000 price tag. At that point, you'll probably wish you'd picked up a used Fat Bob with real attitude. The Nightster proves you can spend a small fortune and still be disappointed. It looks the part, but spend some time in the saddle and you'll be counting the days until you can trade it in. Number 6, Honda Shadow Phantom. Honda's Shadow Phantom might dress like a rebel, but it rides more like it's stuck behind a slow-moving school bus. It sports that dark, stealthy aesthetic, a low seat, and enough edge to make you think you're getting attitude for $8,000. But climb aboard, and reality sets in faster than rush hour gridlock. The 745 cubic centimeters V-twin is as exciting as decaf coffee. It's fine for putting around town, but try merging onto the freeway, and it'll feel like dragging a mattress uphill. It's not just a lack of power, it's the kind of slowness that makes you double-check the parking brake. Comfort? Think park bench on wheels. The rear shocks will make sure you feel every budget cut in your city's roadwork. That low seat height may sound good, but it ruins your lean angles, you'll scrape pegs before the fun even starts. And tech? There's barely any. No traction control, no ride modes, and even ABS might be optional. Nearly $9,000 gets you a Speedo and a serving of regret. When it's time to sell, good luck. Resale value falls faster than your enthusiasm after that first ride. In the end, this bike is all style and no substance, great to look at, but underwhelming where it counts. Number 5, Kawasaki Eliminator. The Kawasaki Eliminator might look like a blast on paper, but rides like it belongs in a used listing no one clicked. At just under $7,000, it claims to offer modern cruiser vibe. What it really delivers feels like a halfway point between a beginner's machine and a midlife crisis mistake. Sure, it's light and low slung, but hit 55 miles per hour and that 451 cubic centimeters twin sounds like it's filing HR complaint. Twist the throttle and it becomes obvious, this isn't a performance cruiser, it's a gym membership you never use. Comfort? The seat feels like it was inspired by cafeteria furniture. After an hour, your spine will file for mediation. If you weigh over 160 pounds or live somewhere with rough roads, prepare for the shocks to betray you. And despite the street-tough look, it lacks basic features like a gear indicator, so you'll be guessing shifts like a tourist on the subway. Fuel economy is okay, but the tiny 3.7-gallon tank makes you a regular at gas stops. Resale? With better bikes at this price, the Eliminator gathers digital dust on listing. Bottom line, it tries to be cool, but feels more like a tribute act that never quite hits the note. If you're considering it, maybe just don't. Number 4, Harley-Davidson Road Glide. Harley's Road Glide is a $25,000 beast built for long hauls, loud pipes, and a sight of buyer's remorse. On paper, it sounds perfect for touring, big V-twin, fixed fairing, that unmistakable Harley charm. But once you sign the check, reality hits harder than a pothole at highway speed. At nearly 900 pounds, it handles more like a cruise ship than a cruiser. That's your leg day workout. Feels like docking a yacht. The infotainment system sounds high-tech in marketing, but in reality, it's clunky and outdated. Expect laggy screens, moody Bluetooth, and glitchy maps that make every trip feel longer. That Milwaukee 8 motor? It runs so hot you could toast your sandwich on it by mile 10. The ride isn't cushy either, suspension stiffarms every pothole. Fuel stops are frequent thanks to my efficiency. And while that exhaust note is classic Harley, your neighbors won't love it. Worst of all, the depreciation curve is brutal. The road glide isn't terrible, it's just a pricey reminder you should have taken a few more test rides first. Number 3, BMW R18. The BMW R18 makes a bold entrance, but after the payment clears, it often just sits in your garage. With a base price near $16,000, and ballooning past $20,000 with just a few options, it's a serious investment. On paper, it offers retro styling mixed with German engineering. On the road, it's clunky and overdesigned, like BMW tried to out Harley and trip. The 1,800 cubic centimeters Boxer twin has torque, sure, but it's wildly excessive for city traffic. And at nearly 800 pounds, every tight turn feels like grappling with furniture. Maintenance isn't cheap either. Premium parts, high-priced service, and valve checks that remind you this isn't a Honda. Drop it, which many do, and your wallet will need therapy. Resale value? It falls faster than forgotten guac at a barbecue. The R18 looks amazing in a showroom, but once ridden, it turns into a flashy disappointment. All show, little go, and tough to resell. Number 2, Triumph Rocket 3. The Triumph Rocket 3 doesn't just turn heads, it turns wallets inside out. Starting around $24,000, it's one of the most expensive ways to say I bought too much motorcycle. The 2,500 cubic centimeters engine, the biggest on any production bike, is impressive on paper but feels like using a cannon to open a soda can. It's pure overkill, and not in a fun way. At nearly 700 pounds, leaning it into a corner feels like a gym session. Try navigating traffic or backing it into a spot. You'll sweat through your jacket before you're parked. Sure, it looks menacing, but comfort is a low priority. The flashy suspension doesn't save your back from cratered highways. Fuel economy? Maybe 30 mpg, if you baby it. And no one babies a rocket. Maintenance is costly. Insurance? Even worse. And parts aren't everywhere. Drop it, and you might need financing to fix it. The Rocket 3 makes a big statement, but it's often a reminder that bigger doesn't mean better, especially if it comes with monthly regret. Number 1, Indian Chief. The Indian Chief is a textbook case of form over function. Priced around $17,000, it serves pure Americana aesthetics, but most of your money goes to the chrome, not the ride. The 111 cubic centimeters engine gives it street presence, but riding it feels like maneuvering a cruise ship in a parking lot. This nearly 700 pounds bike corners like a buffalo on Ambien. Supposedly modern, yet it lacks modern touches. No ride modes, few safety features, and a digital display that looks like it came from your old iPod. Comfort is a joke. Suspension? Brutal. Highway rides feel like physical therapy sessions, and city commuting is a chore. Heat management is poor, it'll roast your legs every time. Indian's dealer network is thin, so unless you're in a major city, good luck with service. Parts cost a fortune and take forever to get. Resale? It drops fast, about as fast as your enthusiasm after the first month. The Indian Chief looks stunning while parked, but turns into a long-term regret as soon as the wheels start moving. And that's a wrap for today's video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you won't miss what we've got coming next.